Hi guys, let's make the best beef stew you're ever gonna have. So I use coconut oil. Love to keep my oils as healthy as I can. And then you're gonna need some beef porchies. So what we're trying to do here now is that we're trying to brown the meat. So I just simply use some sea salt and some black pepper, and then I just start to stir. So what you're trying to do here is that you're just trying to close it up for a little bit. Preferably keep it on a low heat, something like 3, so that it does not over brown or burn. And then obviously when you start to see it having this nice color, you put in your spices. I use paprika, cayenne pepper, garlic powder, ginger powder, and some chili flakes for that kick. Honestly, these are 5 rather spices. You can never go wrong with them. 10 out of 10. So you just want to keep stirring, and then once you're satisfied with how well you've mixed in all your spices, then you're going to add some water. Make sure that the water is right underneath your meat. A Nigerian friend actually taught me this. And then you actually want to take some of that broth from the first boil before it runs out, because it's nice and thick for your soup. And then you're going to go in with your second boil. And then what you're trying to do also after the water has run out is that you're just trying to press lightly on the meat to just check how far your meat is. And then you're gonna go in on your third boil now. And you can also just stir it a little bit, just to brown it a little, and then again press into it to see if the meat is getting softer. And this is going to be your 4th boil. And if you want to just quicken up the process, you can use boiled water. And then you also want to add in your tomato so that it can soften up a little bit, and also add salt to your liking. And I feel like when you gradually add the salt, it actually helps you to not put in a lot. And then again, I'm gonna put back in that coconut oil, and then I'm just going to do a pull check. Look at how nice and off the bone that meat is. And you're gonna add in your onions. And something that you're gonna notice over here is that I do not add carrots or anything else. This meat is so flavorful. You don't need all that. Honestly, I really don't like my beef stew with any carrots. It just defeats the purpose for me. So just onions and tomatoes are great. I promise you it's going to taste so good, and it's so easy to make. Then now you're going to add in your tomato that has been softened, and then what you're trying to do is to just smash it and make sure that it has dissolved very nicely into your meat, so that you don't meet those big chunks in your soup when you're having it. So just keep smashing it until it's nicely dissolved. And also something that you're also trying to do in this process is that you're just trying to stir it and just make sure that everything is coming together. Then now what you're going to do is to add that nice thick broth into your meat and just stir, and again add some salt. And look at that, look at how rich it looks like. And then what you're going to try and do now is to just close it off for a little bit on a low heat for it to thicken. and it's ready to serve. I'm from Zimbabwe. We love to have this with sadza and muriwo, which is basically maize meal and kale. And I promise you, this is going to be the most easiest, healthiest beef stew you've ever had. Enjoy.